Hi, my name is Sarah Ignis, and today I'm going to be presenting my final project through this video. So first, a little bit about me. I am an education major focusing on the elementary aspect. I am going to minor in informatics, and something that I thought was a little unique until I came to this class, I wanted to incorporate informatics into elementary education instead of just, having this random minor. But it is also my backup plan, so if education, the whole thing kind of went down the drain, informatics is always a good backup plan to have because you can use it in pretty much anywhere and get a job. Definitely get a job if you have experience in informatics. But I've always been very passionate about teaching and, working with people to achieve a goal. So that's why I've always felt that teaching was a good fit for me, and this was definitely shown from my results from the Holland Code Assessment. When we took this test, there was 6 different areas. Each letter represented something different. Mine was CSA. Those were my letters, and the results had like a list of jobs that usually went with this code, and it was really amazing to see that like almost all the jobs that were there had to do with either teaching or like kids, and I even had one that was like teaching disabled kids, like something that was very nurturing and something that I felt fit me personally. So it was very nice to see that what I chose as a job was being reflected in this assessment. So yeah, I'm going to be an elementary education major. Wanted to do that for a while, and I thought that going into informatics, because this is basically a technology-based world right now, teaching informatics in the classroom will help the students become more adapted, and it's got so many good skills. And I was taking a computers in education class that helped with this aspect, and it showed me different ways that you can actually incorporate technology into the classroom. And here was a video. Okay. Here was a video that kind of shows what we did. We used BeatBots, and basically the kids program it using arrows up, down, left, right. They program it, and it's got a mat underneath, and you press go, and it follows the code that was made before. And it's just an interesting way for kids to learn the very basic form of coding using arrows. But it just shows what they can do with technology, and it's a good way to introduce them to informatics and technology, I thought. So if I were not going into education, I would still be very interested in maybe majoring in informatics, but I would branch out into more of the graphic design area. I've always been very interested in art and photography. I actually worked for a photographer for several years, and that's where I learned Adobe Photoshop. I'm very skilled in that. It's a great application. I use it a lot. I know a lot about it. So if I were not going into education, I would definitely consider majoring in informatics with a cognate in graphic design. So if I were going to if I were going to improve something from my IT toolbox, I would definitely want to learn more coding languages. My mom works for the state. She graduated with a computer science major, and one thing she's told me is that like you can never know enough coding languages. The more you know, the more people are going to want you, because coding can be used in any job. It's a very great skill to have, not just for adults, but also for students. And this is another example of coding that could be incorporated into the classroom. It's this robot called Dash, and instead of just moving the buttons, they actually have the little block codes, and they can change the lights like this, the little block codes. So it's like a step up from the most basic form of the BeatBots. And that is all.